So, you just started your new hardcore world and you're excited about all the things you're gonna build and all the achievements you're gonna get. But after walking around for a while, you die within the first 20 minutes. What did you do wrong and how can you fix it? Well, that's what this video is about. And if you find yourself dying a lot in Minecraft or not accomplishing your goals at all, this video is for you. I've played Minecraft for years and I've had my fair share of mistakes and mess ups. And I've learned a lot, so I'm here to share this knowledge with you. So I hope this video can help with whatever mistakes you are experiencing. Starting off with simple mistakes that can cause you to die very easily, such as shielding. When watching some YouTubers, I sometimes notice that they can just forget that they have a shield at all and just try to run away, which doesn't work. Fix this, make sure that you always have your shield in your offhand, and when you're trying to block, don't have blocks in your main hand, because Minecraft will prioritize the blocks in your main hand over the shield in your offhand. Similar to this, I notice players just not eating when they are low, so make sure that your food is always in an accessible keybind, or if you don't have any keybinds, in an accessible number on your keyboard. I know I already said this in my last video, but in case you didn't see it, only eat your food when your hunger bar is as low as the food will give you. If you do this consistently, you should never be below half health unless you're getting hit. Another tip for food, if you spam your spacebar or jump repeatedly under a block, you can eat faster. I actually don't know why this happens, but it works, trust me. There are two situations, good ones and bad ones, and normally you want to avoid the bad ones. So to avoid putting yourself in these scenarios by accident, there's two things we can do. Know how to react or always be prepared. You normally always want to be prepared, but in the case that you're not, here are some tips on how to react. You probably already know this, but if you place a block in between you and an explosion, it can protect you from the damage. This can be useful if you're in a cave and creepers randomly drop on you. But this can also easily be negated by using your shield. Having a water bucket in your inventory can be useful because it can help you to scale up mountains or even down them. It can also help you to prevent fall damage, but it takes some practice to get consistently. But if you don't have a water bucket, you can use a boat to scale down mountains or terrain in the nether. Oh yeah, and remember to subscribe. I'm trying to get 1K subscribers so I can drop my texture pack. But this is a new channel, so I need your help. I came off my old channel and I need a good start. So liking and subscribing would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, with that, let's get right back to the video. This section of the video is where survival actually becomes consistent. The earlier part was just general setup, but from here on out, everything we talk about directly affects whether you live or die in real Minecraft situations. All of the strategy and mechanics that we have already talked about rely on one major thing: knowing your hotbar and knowing what you have to access at all times. In survival, panic is what gets players killed. If you don't know where your items are, you can waste time, and that's usually when things go wrong. Before we even get into the specific survival scenarios, we can already figure out most of what should always be in your hotbar. You should almost always have food, blocks, a water bucket, a boat, and a shield in your offhand. These items aren't just convenient, they're survival essentials. Now let's talk about muscle memory, because survival isn't always about being fast, it's about being consistent. Muscle memory means that you don't panic when something unexpected happens. Your hands already know where to go, whether it's placing blocks, pulling out food, or using your water bucket. This is why keybinds matter so much. Scrolling through your hotbar while mobs are attacking you is slow and unreliable. Binding specific hotbar slots to keys and using them consistently builds habit that can keep you calm under pressure. Preparation before exploring is another huge part of survival that players overlook. Checking your tools, making sure that you have enough food, and organizing your hotbar only takes a moment, but it prevents deaths later on. Survival isn't just about reacting at the last second, it's about being ready when something goes wrong. Your hotbar should also match how you play survival. If you explore a lot, you might prioritize blocks and water. If you spend more time underground, you might keep torches and food closer. There's no perfect hotbar layout, but once you find the one that works, consistency is what keeps you alive. Awareness ties all of this together. When you know exactly what's in your hotbar, you know your options. You know when you can safely explore, when you should back off, and when there's need to slow down. At the end of the day, surviving in Minecraft isn't about skill or fighting mobs. It's about preparation. Knowing your hotbar, building muscle memory, and staying organized is what truly keeps you alive, especially when things don't go as planned. But now, let's talk about real survival scenarios, because this is where all of this preparation actually pays off. One of the most common causes of death in survival is falling, whether it's falling into a ravine, slipping off a mountain, or being knocked back by a mob. Fall damage ends a huge number of worlds. This is why having a water bucket or boat matters so much. If those items are always in the same slot, you don't panic. You react even if you mess it up. Sometimes having the option is what saves you long term. Another extremely common survival killer is lava. Lava shows up when you least expect it, especially while mining or in the nether. If your hotbar is disorganized and your water bucket isn't ready, you'll panic, and panic leads to losing everything. When you know exactly where your water is, the lava goes from being terrifying to manageable. Preparation turns dangerous situations into recoverable mistakes. Caves are another place where preparation decides everything. In caves, visibility is low, mobs can come from anywhere, and escape routes aren't always obvious. Having blocks ready lets you block off tunnels, create safe spots, or pillar up to regroup. Having food ready lets you heal without stopping to think. Survival underground is all about controlling space, and your hotbar is how you do that. Exploration above ground has its own risks too. Cliffs, oceans, forests, and structures can all turn deadly if you're not ready. Boats help with unexpected drops, water helps with terrain control, and blocks help you bridge or escape. When you explore with intention instead of randomness, you survive longer. Another thing players underestimate is decision making. Under pressure, when something unexpected happens, like a creeper dropping from above or getting concerned in a cave, you don't have time to think. Your habits take over. That's why muscle memory matters so much in survival. You're training yourself to stay calm when the game tries to surprise you. Let's also talk about inventory discipline. A cluttered inventory leads to a cluttered hotbar, and that leads to bad decisions. Keeping your inventory clean, dumping unnecessary items, and restocking essentials before long trips dramatically increases your survival rate. A lot of players think they die because the game is unfair, but most deaths come from being unprepared. Not enough food, tools about to break, hotbar items in random slots. These are just small mistakes, but they add up. Fixing them doesn't require better aim or faster reactions, just better habits. But at the end of the day, this isn't the only way to survive. It's just one approach. Take what helps, ignore what doesn't, and play the game in whatever way feels right to you.